is I'm going to be ordering a painkiller. So
Oh, okay.
awesome. So welcome everybody for joining us today. This is Tammy again from Singles Travel International and Cindy Denman from Star Clippers. And we are aboard the Star Clipper today for lunch and just to have some fun and to pretend that we are off on an adventure somewhere in the world aboard a Star Clipper vessel. Well, what we're doing today is a simulcast webinar and Facebook Live. So if you're here with us on the webinar, we want to say thanks. And if you are with us on the webinar and if you've cruised on Star Clippers today, please say yes in the chat and tell us what ship you were on and where you sailed to. If you're with us on Facebook, please put it in the comment box where you're from, what cruise ship you were on with Star Clippers, and where you sailed to, so that after our presentation today, we're going to be able to see that information. So I'm going to take a look today at the Q&A and see if anybody, okay, great, welcome you guys. So terrific. Today we're in the Caribbean, and I'm going to have Cindy walk us through some beautiful pictures of not only the three ships, but also the destinations that we're planning to go to in 2020 and 21 with Singles Travel International. Before we get started, I just want to say that as the leader of this organization, I am so grateful for the relationship that we have with Star Clippers. For 26 years, the number one complaint that I hear or comment that I hear from single travelers is, why do I have to pay double? It's so unfair. It's not, I shouldn't be penalized because I go by myself. And so for 25 years, I've been pecking at the doors of the leadership at the different cruise lines. And the very first company that has been so generous and really understands the solo traveler is Star Clippers. So for the last 5-6 years, we've been working together, building our reputation, slowly attracting big ship lovers over to this incredible experience called Star Clippers. And we just appreciate the fact that the leadership at Star Clippers has really truly partnered with us and continues to offer us better rates for our solo travelers. I mean, I want to give you an applause. I mean, there's really nobody else in the industry like you guys. So we are indebted, and I want all of our viewers and all of our travelers to know how special that is. And so they can continue to sail with us, not only have the incredible experience of being on a vacation with singles over 50 and everybody's having fun and we're just like back in college again, but the fact that we're getting those benefits from your company in addition to all the other wonderful things that you offer your cruise passengers. So I want to thank you, Cindy.
You're so very welcome. Singles Travel International is the best partner anyone could ever have. And we appreciate
Thanks.
you and the staff for sure.
We love working with you guys. So let's get started. Let's take a look at your slideshow here this morning. And I know that you're going to feel like you're on board, guys. Cindy did such a great job. And one of the things that I asked Cindy to tell us today is, why is a sailing vacation so much different than any other vacation, especially a large cruise ship vacation? What is it that stands out and sparkles about a sailing vacation? So I'm going to hand it over to you, Sin, and you just let me know when I move the slide forward.
All right. Well, so as you see, sailing is quite different than cruising. Here are all of you on board Star Flyer, and we're looking out in the Caribbean over the helicopter that's flying, and we're looking at the destination. We're imagining that we're going to be in those small, intimate ports where other ships can't reach, even small ones, because what we simply do is drop our anchor and go where we like. All right, Tam? So who are the guests? Well, the Star Clippers and Singles Travel International guests, they're interested in soft adventure, expanding their horizons, going to destinations where those other ships can't reach, and even some destinations that are uninhabited by other ships entirely. Our guests are well-traveled and affluent. They're professional, they're active, their elegant and casual environment is so special aboard Star Clippers that you can just feel like you're on your own private yacht.
I love this picture too because it shows one of the questions we get is, do I have to work when I'm on board the Star Clipper? And you definitely have the opportunity. These girls, it's probably the first day. Everybody helps the first day, and then after they get their kicks, they're into laid back mode and just having a good time. But the crew is always super amenable to showing you how to be a sailor.
Exactly. And the great fun of all the things that we offer that other ships don't, in addition to being a sailing passenger vessel. Go ahead, Tim.
Ooh.
So the fleet, here's two of our three ships. You see Starflyer on the left, and Star Clipper is exactly the same sister. And on the right, the largest sailing vessel in the world, Royal Clipper. Go ahead. The interior atrium, the beautiful swimming pools, the spa, the fitness center, all the things that you think that you would love aboard a sailing vessel, again, feeling like that private yacht. Everywhere you are on these vessels, you see the water. If it's from the atrium through the swimming pool, which is the bottom of the swimming pool there of one of the three aboard Royal Clipper. So no skinny dipping in this one. You have to use the other two for that. And the spa and fitness center, all the things that you are used to feeling and enjoying in your favorite small boutique hotel, and they're right aboard on this beautiful sailing vessel. Go ahead.
I'm looking at the cabins now, Cindy. There might be just a little bit of a delay.
Yes, and so if you take a look, I just wanted to show you an example of what the cabins look like aboard Star Clipper. All virtually the same. Category 6 down in the right-hand corner is for those guests who are on a budget and want to do something where there may be one or two of them aboard. No porthole in this one, but as we go up, every other category, 2 through 5, onto the suites, offers those beautiful portholes, balconies, and owner suites. So every guest can have exactly the accommodation that they prefer, even though it's on a sailing vessel.
Right, and this is again the Royal Clipper. It is the favorite. We have 3 different sailings coming up in the future on the Royal Clipper. December 6th, we're going to the Caribbean. We've got the French Riviera next October, and we're also going to Morocco on the Royal Clipper, I believe. So this is the cabin layout. They're very similar in design on all 3 ships. This Royal Clipper does happen to have the balcony suites, which is a unique feature and requested by our members. And there's only 8 or 10, right, Sin? So it's something that you want to.
Yeah, there's 14 of them, and they're the only private balcony suites on any sailing vessel.
They go fast.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're looking at the outdoors of the vessels with the swimming platform, the climbing of the mast, and it looks like,
yeah, you can see all the differences right here in one screen of how we differ from everyone else and how exciting it is to sail away on Star Clippers. From a 24/7 open bridge policy, so if you're interested in steering this beautiful vessel, and when they're raising the sails or not, when you're interested in going up the mast to the crow's nest, if you're interested in doing water sports, which are offered complimentary, a full complement along with a team of water sports people to teach you to do those water sports if you don't know how. So it's very much a casual environment and an experiential environment that'll really grab you and just make you want to sail away time and time again. And we're super excited that Singles Travel International is offering all our destinations. So come sail away with us here for sure.
Sid, I want to add something too. We're all about changing lives here at STI. Just
Mhm.
because we're over 50 doesn't mean we're dead, right? So we are all looking forward to redefining, rediscovering who we are. Some of us are about to retire. And what I love about these vessels is there's a lot of challenges. Some things look pretty scary, like the climbing of the mast. We actually have a thing now. We don't call it anything, but we know that when we get on board, everybody is going to be encouraged to climb the mast. And our whole group comes and shows up, and we support those who decide to do it. And even with wobbly legs, they come down and they're like, oh my God, that was the coolest. And I'm like moved just to tell the story. We have a ton of videos on our YouTube channel showing people who are climbing and when they come down, and what an exciting accomplishment to have done it. I think it's 100 feet above the deck, more or
Yes.
less.
Mhm.
So it doesn't sound like a lot, 100 feet, but when you're doing it, it feels like a lot. So that's definitely something that you'll get a chance to do. And then, even though you have the swimming platform, when we stop at a beach, for example, and it's uninhabited, or even if there is civilization on this private island, your crew brings all the toys to the beach. So
Yes.
you don't have to do anything but get off with your towel and your bag and your, bottle of water and head to the beach. And there's going to be kayaks and paddle boards and little sailfish sailing vessels, so you can learn to actually sail. That's the best way to do it. I'm one of those tiny ones, actually, so that's kind of cool. I see the guys also sewing the sail. So this is a working sailing vessel. The crew is literally doing, not only are they, commanding the vessel, preparing all the food, making all the beds and everything, but if there's a need to repair the sail or something to do with the lines, this is what they're doing. It's a real working ship.
Yes, and when those sails go up in the evening, you'll see all those able-bodied seamen up raising them and motorizing. So destinations, we're going to talk a little bit about the destinations that Singles Travel International is sailing to in the next year. Go ahead, Tam. So we'll start with the Caribbean. We're super excited. On December 5th, 2020, we are going to be sailing from Antigua to Barbados, and that's aboard Royal Clipper. So it'll include some really great destinations that you may or may not have seen. And if you have seen them, you may see them differently. Take St. Lucia, for instance. When we go to St. Lucia, rather than going to the port, we simply sail into Rodney Bay, or we may go into Marigot Bay. We drop our anchor and use our tenders to go to that beautiful part of the island, so you can actually do your tours if you like and go to the pitons and enjoy a volcano mud bath if you like, and all of the unique things that St. Lucia, Antigua, and my favorite spot, Ile de Saint Guadeloupe, offers. So some unique destinations on that itinerary. We're super excited that sailing out of Antigua is new for us. So we're excited, 365 beaches in Antigua, and we're going to be sailing out of there on December 5th with Singles Travel International.
Great, Sin. I want to remind everybody we're launching that trip tonight, and we have 10 cabins with no supplement for your own cabin. So be sure to be one of the first 10. We launched the single sailing adventure to France last Sunday, and they sold out in about 3 hours. So please be sure to log on tonight after 5 o'clock when we launch this first ever Antigua to Barbados cruise for us on the Royal Clipper.
So this little shot here is really exciting because this is something that we do every other week. Pardon me. And when one goes leeward, when Starflyer goes leeward and Royal Clipper goes to the Windward Islands, we have a sailboat race. So this is something that you can really enjoy, that you would never get on any other ship, let alone on a sailboat either. This is off of the coast of Dominica, and Ile de Saint Guadeloupe is our destination for the day. They will anchor side by side, and it's really just another fun thing that we do aboard to make you really feel like you are a sailor, as we know you are at heart. Go ahead. All right, the Mediterranean, super exciting. As Tammy mentioned, we're doing the French Riviera, and Corsica with Singles Travel International. And just a couple of highlights on that particular sailing. There's still cabins available, and we want to make sure that we definitely get to these destinations. Bonifacio, Corsica is one that other ships go to, but what we do is we actually anchor and sail right into Bonifacio. We don't go to the port on the other side of the island and then trek across the island. So you get to really see Bonifacio from the water. In addition, there are 3 or 4 other ports that we visit in Corsica. And Corsica is an interesting, diverse island that most people don't know a lot about, but it has 36 biodiverse um, climates aboard on the island.
Wow.
So what you have there is just unique, everything from desert to tropical on this one beautiful island. So it's really a unique destination. We love Corsica, and there are 2 or 3 destinations, ports in Corsica that we're going to visit while you're on board that French Riviera. Up in the top on the left, you'll see Malaga, Spain. That is one of the destinations that we will reach when we go to Morocco. So next slide.
Okay, great. I just also want to say, can everybody see in the upper right-hand slide, there's the Royal Clipper with her sails down. That's how we arrive in port. It's so regal. I love it.
So if you have a look at this one's interesting. I have a little Amalfi Coast there on the left, which we also sail to, and you'll be sailing by the coast of Spain, not by Amalfi, but this is Morocco. So the fun thing with this is that the culture and the history of Morocco are quite amazing. We'll do 2 or 3 ports in Morocco, I believe Safia, and as well as the trips to Casablanca. This is one of the mosques that is open in Morocco. And the great thing about Morocco that most people don't know is that the mosques are open to men and women, and we as non-Muslims or non-Islam faith can actually visit them and go inside and see how beautiful these places of worship are. So we offer the tours to this. We can also go to Casablanca, visit the Fez, go to the Casbah. We can even rock it if we like, Tam. And the great news is that these are all included on the Morocco sailing. Truly one of the adventures of a lifetime that Star Clippers offers, in that you get to see Spain, you get to enjoy that culture, and then you can actually glimpse Morocco and enjoy not only Tangier, but 2 other destinations in Morocco that give you the real feel of the country. And it is such a beautiful, incredible country. I hope all of you join us to Morocco.
Right, and that one, it's a 10-day cruise, so it makes it worth your long journey over to Europe, and you do get to see a lot more. So you get more vacation bang for your buck.
On to Thailand.
Yeah.
So, our beautiful itinerary that we're offering in Thailand is going to take you to some incredible beaches. It's going to take you to some incredible destinations for snorkeling and water sports. We do a beach barbecue where we take all the toys and then we enjoy a beach barbecue with music and bar and laughter, and just enjoying that beautiful area of the world. Again, great culture and history as well. Some of the itineraries include Cambodia. I don't believe ours does, Tammy, but what we want to do is we want to show you the destinations up close and personal of Thailand that you'll be experiencing with Singles Travel International. And just to let you know, I believe we have unlimited solo cabins on this one, Tammy. So we want to make sure that we have all of you join us in these beautiful destinations of Thailand, Malaysia. Mhm.
I want, yes, and thanks because as we develop and grow our audience and our appreciation for Star Clippers, we'll have to have new places to go. So we have not done Borneo and we haven't done Cambodia with you guys. So that's something to look forward to in the future. I
Mm.
also want to add, I'm a scuba diver, but even if you're just a snorkeler or you want to learn, Thailand is a beautiful place to be. It's so peaceful. So you have these tranquil little turquoise waters to put your snorkel mask on and try it for the first time. It's really, really a great place to get started. But if you're an advanced scuba diver, incredible.
There is a dive master on board too in all of our Southeast Asia sailings. So we're super excited about that. If you are a diver, definitely come sail away and come dive away with us. So if you take a look, we're looking at Thailand, Morocco, French Riviera, and the intimate Caribbean. We're excited. This is a little picture of the captain. And a little quote that I just want to share with you is there are truly no experience as thrilling as a clipper ship voyage. The sail away is magical, the food is awesome, the staff fabulous. Once you've sailed away, you'll never go back to the big ships. Sailing is for your heart and soul.
I love that, Cindy. I am a true sailor, and I know you are too. So great that we get to work inside our passion. And there's no reason that as a traveler you shouldn't vacation in your passion. And if you haven't tried sailing, we highly recommend it. All of our trip pages have a frequently asked questions section. Some of the things we hear is, am I going to get seasick? Well, um, that's a possibility on any moving vessel, right? I used to get seasick in a car. So we have ways to combat that today now more than ever. And so if you're concerned about that, give us a call directly so I can help guide you. I am a past seasick person, but I have to tell you that the more you cruise, the better it gets. So get started right away. We had Jane on the cruise with me in February, and that was her biggest fear. She actually did a video Facebook Live for me right beforehand because she had all the trepidations, and now she signed up for 2 more cruises. So you got to try it. And once you do, you will never go back, just like Cindy said.
That's right. Different motion on a sailboat for sure. Keep in mind that you're going to rock forward and back. You're never going to go side to side.
Like
So
this.
it's a huge difference. I too am a former seasick person, um,
Right.
but not anymore.
Great point, Cindy, because the motion does matter. And
Mhm.
so when you're on a sailboat, it is that lolling, forward, forward, forward constantly. So it's beautiful. Cindy, one of the things that, first of all, as I said earlier in the presentation, we have slowly been attracting our cruisers from the big ship experience over to the small vessels. I know that there are some advantages to the small vessel, especially in this time with the COVID pandemic going on. I'd like to share with our viewers, because I'm sure this is the elephant in the room. How is Star Clippers managing in this scenario, and why is it different to be on a sailing vessel versus a large ship?
So thanks, Tam, for the question. I really appreciate it because, as you said, it is the elephant in the room. Star Clippers historically has handled health and wellness very differently than other ships. And just to give you a little background, and I'm sure your sailors already know this, but we always fill out a health questionnaire before we get on board. All of our guests do that, and in the areas, no matter where you're sailing, we fill out that health questionnaire and have for years. The thing that I would like to also remind you that's different about Star Clippers in this case is there's only 220 guests maximum on board, so that puts us in a different classification as far as density. What we have is 450 feet of deck. So we have 200 guests. And if you divide that out, it's very much less dense than your larger cruise ships. So that's number two. Number three, the thing that we'd like to really, really share with you is that we haven't had one case aboard.
Wow.
We were sailing in the Caribbean on 2 of our ships and in Southeast Asia with Star Clipper, and not one case of COVID aboard any of the ships with staff, guests, or crew. So we're super proud of that. That speaks to the cleanliness and the health and wellness aboard the ships. We have always received 100% wellness and certification with that aboard the ships. And again, it's much easier for us because we are smaller with less folks. So right now, during this crisis, our two ships, Royal Clipper and Starflyer, Royal Clipper and Starflyer, sailed across the Atlantic. One is waiting in Lisbon and the other one is waiting in Athens for those ports to open and for our guests to come aboard. Only crew are aboard, and again, they are waiting patiently for those ports to open so that we can come sail again. The other one is in Phuket, Thailand, and she's again waiting for guests to come aboard, and we're very, very happy to engage with our guests once they are safe to travel and we are released to travel. There has been, external cleaning, disinfecting, and all the things that we go through. Actually, Royal Clipper's going into wet dock, so she will do an extensive sail to, stern to bow, and all of that cleaning as she comes out of wet dock to welcome our passengers.
Terrific. And we will be on that vessel in Thailand in March. So we hope to see you guys aboard. I actually sailed on the Starflyer on February 28th, so I was one of those statistics. And who knew in that week where we'd be today? But it was incredible. Everybody had a good time. There were 40 of us in our group, and there were 126 passengers on board. So it is very intimate. And on that note, Sin, I want to bring everybody's attention to something that we really didn't cover today with this short presentation. We hope you come back again. But your food service and the dining room service is very elegant. You got to look at one of the dining rooms today, and I want to share with our members, when we were on the last cruise, everything is served. There are buffets and there are parties on board the Star Clippers, but in dinner each night we're served, and our guests who had special meals, right? So in addition to 5-star service, I'm a foodie. We always include wine with dinner, by the way, with Singles Travel International. That's one of our special features. But it was our special request diners, like the vegans and the gluten-free, who could not believe the level of attention that they received. In that, when you go on a cruise, you say, okay, let me tell the maitre d' I can't eat gluten, or I'm a vegan, or whatever, and then inevitably the server keeps bringing you stuff that you can't eat. Well, every single night, not just the first night, your maitre d' came to the guests that had a special request and told them from the menu what was okay for them and what wasn't okay for them. I mean, they felt like royalty. So it really is like being on a private yacht. And I can't wait to share with our members the food and the wine and that part of the vessel, because you think, oh, on a sailing vessel, maybe that's not so great. But it is 5-star top notch.
Yeah, Michelin 2-star chef writes those menus, and they're regionally changed. So it is quite outstanding.
Great, Cindy. Well, I am going to dovetail for a second here. I'm going to stop sharing on the presentation, and I'm going to move over to the Singles Travel International website for just a minute here. And I am going to show everybody how to search for let me find my website here, how to search for the Star Clipper sailings on our website. Can everybody see our website? Great. So what I did was I came to singlestravelintl.com. I clicked on the cruises at the very top. And then if you come down on the left-hand side under trip activities, you're able to slide all the way down to sailing. And then we come over to the Find Trips button. I'm going to click Find Trips, the big yellow button there. and that will take us to all of our sailing adventures. Look at that calm water in Thailand, right? That's crazy. And we didn't mention Croatian today because the one for 2020 is completely sold out, but we do have space for next year. It is their hottest vacation destination, so it sells out really quick, right? So, but we do have a departure for October of next year. I'm sorry, in August of next year. There's our French Riviera, which is also idyllic Italian islands. We have Morocco. And as I said, tonight we are going to be posting and putting up for sale for the very first time the Antigua de Barbados for December 5th. I want to also announce today that we are adding the Star Flyer for New Year's Eve. So for the first time ever, Singles Travel International will be sailing. We have a couple of other departures for New Year's Eve. We always do multiple destinations because it is the most popular time of the year for singles. But we will be aboard the Star Flyer, and we are making it a President's Club sailing, Cindy.
Oh, nice. That's
That,
perfect.
that means the team is letting me go. And so I will be on board the Star Flyer for New Year's Eve, and I look forward to being with my members, our members. One of the benefits for me is that I get to hear firsthand what our members are looking for, where they want to go, how they want a vacation, and it's a really fruitful time for us as a team to really dig in and find out more about what our members want. After 26 years in business, we have changed based on feedback from members time and time again. They tell the true story, and they have helped us be where we are today. So we're super grateful for those opportunities. So join me for New Year's Eve aboard the Star Flyer or aboard any of our vessels for next year. At this time, I want to share with everybody, I'm going to go back to the homepage of the site, because in this environment that we are in, there's a lot of uncertainty. But we have a program that is called, not the virtual wine tasting, but it's called Connect with Confidence. And if you click on this button, you're going to understand about our flexible booking policies and how we are managing in this time. And until April 30th, when you make a vacation booking with us, for the majority of our destinations, it's a $100 deposit only. And so that is our way of saying, keep the dream alive, be hopeful. We don't want you to devote a lot of your income toward your dream because we don't know what's happening, but we do want you to be keeping that dream alive, because we know that if you have a vacation planned, you have that to look forward to. The next thing that I'm going to click on here is our video meetups. You guys are here with us today for this very, very informative presentation on Star Clippers. And we have been, since the beginning of March, offering ways for our members to connect. Most of us are home alone. We don't even have anybody to talk to, much less, have a social engagement. So we're trying to do events on an everyday basis where you are able to jump on, we're on Zoom, and start meeting fellow travelers just like you. New people who've never tried it before are giving us really great feedback that this has been so much fun because they didn't really know who the people were. Even though on our web pages you can see who's going, we never were able to interact to this level like we are now. So we're doing picture parties and we're doing birthday parties. And I just want to, I'm going to scroll really quickly down to where the current events are. These are all the things that have happened. So here's today. And then coming up for the rest of the week, every Monday, I jump on Facebook at 3 o'clock and inspire in some way. And then I stay on the Zoom meeting for 45 minutes in case anybody has a need. We have a 25,000 member community, guys, and we know that some people out there are in great shape. There are others who have a need. So we want to be able to leverage our community to help one another during these difficult times. So don't be shy. We actually have more givers than takers right now. So if you have anything that you're in need of, please reach out to me at any time. But you can always jump on the Zoom meeting with me on Mondays. And then this Thursday, we're having our second virtual birthday bash. Do you have a birthday in April or March and you feel gypped because you didn't get to go out and celebrate the way you normally would? Well, we invite you to jump on for our virtual birthday bash. We have a great time. Bring your wine or your tequila or whatever it is, or your tea, and meet other single people. And I want to tell you that the last time it was people from every month, because they wanted to just connect and have a good time. So even if your birthday isn't in April or May, please feel welcome to join us. We also have on the April 30th, a Greek Island summer get together with Vicky, because we have a Greek Island cruise next year, and she'll be talking about that. And then again on May 7th, this is the Single Sailing Adventure Croatia get together. This is for all the members who are booked on Croatia, who are on Croatia this year, who are on Croatia 2021. And by the way, if you want to do Croatia, we have space for 2021. So this will be a great opportunity. Vicky's done the trip. She knows all the islands and all the stops. And this is a Star Clipper featured event for us. So we hope to meet you on one of these events in the future. We thank you guys for coming. It's been phenomenal. And as my last plug this morning, we do have the first ever, and I believe that this will be part of our regular offering. We have a wine tasting series, and we're featuring Italian wines from the Calabria region. You have 3 more days left to sign up for that. We already have over 20 members signed up, and we're doing a series of 4 wine tastings with one of our members who actually is a specialist of wine in that area, and she's a sommelier who'll be doing the tastings. And it's 4 weeks in a row, so you don't have to open all 4 bottles in one night, even though I know some people are probably drinking at least one a night while we're stuck at home. So anyway, I just want to thank everybody for joining us today. And Cindy, is there anything else that you want to add to our members before we sign off?
Just super happy to be partnering with Singles Travel International. Don't forget, you can go, if you've sailed with Star Clippers, you can do hashtag #IamStarClippers and post your favorite photos. We'd love that. Send them to Tam, or just do hashtag #IamStarClippers, and we'll be happy to get those posted everywhere in the world. We're super happy to partner, and we're so thankful and grateful for your friendship as well. Thanks, Tam.
Thank you, Cindy, and we look forward to seeing you all on the high seas sometime very soon. Have an awesome day.